Hi, Wolby fan here. Doing another contest video for Bigeez Comics, Enrique, and he wanted for us to show stuff that we were planning on sending to CGC. If I could afford it, I'd send everything, but I mean, who could afford that? But I do have a semi-small stack. He said that anyway, 5, 10, whatever. He said whatever, so I'm going with that one. So pretty much this is stuff that I picked up in the last couple of years that I've been kind of like sidestepping, because I had other stuff that I wanted to get done, and a lot of them were signature series stuff, so I didn't want to have too many books out in limbo, otherwise my wife would have killed me if I did. She already PP slapped me twice already because I had sent out a couple groups. But anyway, so I'll get started with that. I don't know how you want to count this, whether you want to count them as one or one through whatever, but I want to get these ones done, and that's the whole run, and these are all, I would say, 9s, at least 9s, and like this one's probably like a, I don't know if you could see it. Ah, shit, damn it. It's got a couple of little marks here. I hope isn't a glare, isn't really screwing with it too much, but I do have the complete mini-series. I only finished that off a few months ago. I actually did it was in one of the videos. So 1 through 4, there's a 1 or 2 spine ticks there, and this one I don't see any. All of them have square corners. There's nothing on. Well, one at the staple for the one at the staple here for Wolverine 1, but Chris Claremont's coming to. I was going to say, just saying that earlier. He's coming to Niagara Falls Comic-Con this. I believe it's June. I have to double check. And so I want to get these 4 signature series and sent off and have a set like that. I mean, that's pretty sweet. I mean, he doesn't come this way very often, and I try to get certain guys. You can't get everybody, right? So I try to get certain guys when they come out this way because they don't come out very often. So, and I'm debating on getting these ones done as well. Wolverine 1 and 10 from the ongoing. Well, the first ongoing. And these are in really pretty good. These are really nice shape too. This one's probably a low to high 9. The other one's probably a 9.92. I have 2 of both. I am going to go through and see which one's better. These are just the ones I happen to put into a sleeve as a reminder, or just to protect them anyway a little bit more. But I have a couple other ones that are actually double boarded front and back, so it was kind of an experiment on my part. There was nothing wrong with them, but I thought maybe, like, if I sat there for a year, it might actually self-press. So we'll see. I'm not expecting much, but it was just a little game I like to play with myself. I mean, play. So put these down. So the next one, I had bought this, and it's got a couple of 2 or 3 spine ticks, 4 spine, 5, 6 spine ticks. Bend in here. It's a good candidate for actually for a pressing. Blackhawk 136. I believe this is from the second run. It is a 10-cent book. It was from it's been a while since I had it open. I think it's a late 50s, early 60s, something like that. So it's not a young book by any means. I've got more lines, and but it's not a terribly high-priced book. I mean, it's got some weight to it, but it is one I do want to get at least slabbed, because I don't slab them for purpose of resell. Like, there are a few that I have sold, but and that just paid for other stuff. But I do want to keep some, like most of these, or if not all of them. But it's just for preservation purposes. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I do it. And if I happen to find out who, well, I'll have to read through it again and actually get some names out of the inside to see who actually did any of this stuff. And if they happen to be at one of the shows, look at it, get it done, get it signed and sent off. So I'm not in any hurry for any of these really, but you know, it's just one of these days types of things. This one's pretty rough. It's probably about a 2, maybe 3 if you're lucky. It's Daredevil number 4, first Purple Man. I got this for a pretty good price because it is kind of screwed up, but you know, how often do you see them, right? I want to get this book done. Whether or not it'll be this particular book, I might get another one if I can find one at a reasonable price. That's the hard part, but I'm not in any hurry with this one either. Like, it's just I'd like to get the first run of 10 and have them all done, but you know, like I say, I got lots of time. So well, Daredevil number 4. This one's in pretty good shape. I got it for a decent price. It's probably a 5 and a half. Avengers number 22. I don't know, that's not the first appearance of Power Man, but it's one of his appearances anyway. But it's in pretty nice shape. It's got a little bit of rub there and a little bit of wear, but you know, there are older books, right? And you know, if you're only spending like $20 or something like that on a book, you don't expect much. Could use a cleaning though. You know, Scarlet Witch has got a beard. Sorry. Another one. I would like an upgrade of this one too, but I'm really happy. I was stoked when I bought it. I got it for a really good price. Got it for under $100. Obviously, it's Submariner number 1. It's got some wear along the side, some tear, not tear, but it looks like the staple's starting to pull a little bit. But there's still, the cover's still attached. You know, some rounding around the corners, but overall, it's in pretty nice shape. You know, and it's got that old comic smell, which is nice. So, there's another one. This one I guess you've seen, and hopefully you've seen in a previous video, was my Ghost Rider haul. I had bought this just before that haul. It does have some spine wear. This is another one I like to get upgraded. I might still actually get this one sent in because it is fairly nice shape. You know, I might send it in for a pressing. That'll probably help because it's only got a bend there, and then just some extra spine wear, right? So, you know, a little bit of corner damage, but the back's really nice. So maybe a pressing would do well for this. You know, it's probably about a 5, 4.5, 5. So, but yeah. Okay, I got this one for a song and a dance. This is actually really nice shape. There's like, oh, it's a tick there, just very small ticks there. They could be pressed out. There's no, I don't see any colored damage, but yeah, ROM 1. I got it for $5 Canadian, so like $3 American. Got it at one of the local comic shows. The guy actually had somebody had put a 50-cent sticker on it. I go, "You're kidding me, right? This is 50 cents?" And the guy goes, "No, somebody must have switched the bags." I'm going, "You're standing right here." And, you know, like, he goes, "Well, they probably did it in the store. People tend to do that." I said, "Well, you don't go through your shit before you put it out." You know, I mean, like, not that I was worried about paying $5 for it, you know, because he wanted to say, "Oh, I want it 25." I said, "Well, it says 50 cents. So because I found it, he gave me a deal, and he turned around and he gave it to me for $5. So $5 I can't complain about. I wanted it for 50 cents. These ones I got a couple of years ago, just right around the time I just started getting back into collecting. They're a little bit rough. Amazing Spider-Man 35. I'm thinking this is the second appearance of Molten Man. There's not a lot of damage. I mean, there's a few spine ticks here, and you know, this is an old book. Somebody put one in the top corner. I don't know. Maybe somebody was trying to do the old Spidey Sense thing. I don't know if you see it. The old Spidey Sense thing, and decided to stop after the first one. So I don't know. Pressing would take this out. There's just a little bit of color difference here and there, but overall it's in really nice shape. You know, I paid $35 for this. Actually, not $35. $50 with shipping. So for a 12-cent book, on our very early Amazing Spider-Man, I'm not complaining about that one. The next one I also paid $50 for. It's got a little bit more damage. The first appearance of Molten Man, Spider-Man 28. It's got some spine ticks there. You could definitely see it. You know, it's got some bends in it. You know, across the top. But for high, you know, like a high dollar, well, okay, in good shape, a high dollar book with a lot of weight to it. You know, I don't know. I'm thinking this is probably about a 3.5, maybe 4 if I get it pressed. You know, so either way, still, it's a really nice book. There's no rips, tears. The cover is still attached. You know, it's also another 12 center. How can you go wrong? I paid, like I said, $45 or $50 with shipping for that one too. You know, and the last one is A Man Called Nova 1. This one's a really nice graded one. Nice grade copy. There's a little ding up here. You can see it. A little bit of rounding edges. Spine tick there. Like it's a reader. Like not a reader, but it has been read. But it's one of the nicer ones I have seen for the money that I spent on it. I paid $20 for it. You know, I'm not gonna bitch about $20. You know. So actually, I think I got it even for less than $20, because I think he wanted $25 for $30, and it happened to be he was selling on like a discount on it. I don't know what it was, but yeah, I think I spent $25 for it. So either way, it was still pretty good. You know. So that's the scoop. That's my story. Like I say, this is for the books you want to get graded or slabbed or whatever at some point in your life. Like I say, not today, not tomorrow, but maybe next week. Down the road anyway. For Bigeez Comics. So Wolvie fan out.